That's what makes this show so valuable.
Yeah, we're not just spewing stuff that we off the top of our head. We're bringing guys in that are smarter than us.
Consider us as your real estate concierge.
Call me all things real estate, credit, refinancing, buying a house.
And now, the show that gives you the latest and most relevant housing market news. Real Estate Radio Boston with financial expert Rick Shearer and legal professional Ali Alavi.
But again, we've got our friend Erica Wallace from Wallace Consulting Group on the line. Tech Talk with Erica Wallace. So what do you got for us this week?
This week we're looking at flipping and investing in properties. So if you've ever considered flipping a property or you're an experienced investor, this app sort of has stuff for both parties. It's called Property Fixer. There's a free version, and it allows you to quickly analyze the potential profit in a house that you're considering fixing up and flipping and reselling.
That's great. Now, there's limitations on the free version, right, Erica?
There are quite a few limitations on the free version. So I would say the free version really is just consider it a trial so that you can try out one property. But if this is something you're really thinking about doing, it's a $20 investment for the premium version and a $39 investment for the pro.
And I think the premium version also allows you to, email whatever PDF analysis out to whomever it is that you want to perhaps...
It does. It allows you to release the report, whereas the pro version will let you show the report. So if you've got an iPhone or an iPad and you're out looking at properties on the spot, you can actually crunch the numbers right then and there.
Wow.
And look at the analysis right on your iPad or iPhone. The best thing about this is its convenience for crunching the numbers. A lot of times, real estate professionals will go back to the office and work on a spreadsheet, and it gets overcomplicated. This really simplifies and streamlines the whole process.
Erica, what's the website?
The website is realestatetools.com/property fixer, or you can search Property Fixer in the App Store, and we'll have all of this information on realestateradioboston.com as well.
Erica, you did it again. I appreciate you joining us. And
my pleasure.
We'll
Thank
see
you so
next
much.
week. Wanted to welcome in studio with us today John Dulczewski. He's executive president of the Greater Boston Association of Realtors. Correct me if I'm wrong, that there's a very big differential between someone being just a real estate agent or being a realtor.
There actually is a difference. Realtor is a trademark term, federally registered trademark to distinguish members of our organization, and we're a voluntary trade association. So in Massachusetts, just to give you some perspective with numbers, there's about 60,000 licensed agents and brokers. 20,000 of those are realtors, so they have voluntarily stepped up. So there are a few things that distinguish them and our members, we believe. First off, I would say is the specialized training and education that they can avail themselves of through the organization. We have a national code of ethics that all of our members agree to subscribe to that set themselves apart from licensed agents and regular agents and brokers.
I think the term realtor is used incorrectly. I mean, you have to be a member of your association in order to be able to utilize the word realtor. And I think that's where the consumers really don't realize that. Mm-hmm. They think if they're dealing with a real estate agent, they automatically are dealing with a realtor. Is that not correct?
Correct. Right. So the Realtor Block R logo is one thing that consumers, I'd encourage them to look for. And the other point I wanted to make here is that our members, on average, have about 13 years of experience in the profession.
John, I appreciate you being on, and we're going to have you back here in the next few weeks. So thanks very much.
Hey, we're excited to have Justin Murphy from Raymond C. Green in the studio, in the flesh.
We are a direct private lender here in Boston, and we specialize in providing quick, short-term financing strictly to the builder and real estate investor. We can get you closed very quickly, renovate the project, and move on to the next one.
If you can't close on a property because you're going to battle through with one of these banks to try to get the financing and you keep getting passed over for property, you're not doing it. You might get making any money.
Well, that's true. A lot of our borrowers, the bank may finance X amount of projects for them, and then they come across one or two that they need to move very quickly on, so they come to us. If you're an investor and you want to be able to flip 10 to 20 houses a year, you can't. The bank will only let you do 3 or 4, where we can finance 3 or 4 for you, and however many you like.
What are some of the popular projects that you're seeing these days?
The new construction pretty much fell off the face of the earth with the housing crisis that happened a few years back, and the market was completely flooded with inventory. Mm-hmm. Over the past couple of years, that inventory has slowly but surely been eaten up. So now there's been a demand now for new construction because there's very little out there. It seems, at least in Boston, the rentals are through the roof. There have been a number of projects where it might be 10, 20, 30 units that were originally slated as condominiums.
And they're doing rentals.
Because the rentals are so profitable, they're holding on to them and just renting them out.
Wait for the market to turn and put them back on the market.
Exactly,
Condo
exactly.
rentals. Can you just touch upon 1-2 different things that people just need to know?
Yeah. Most important when looking at a deal, do your due diligence. Go around, look at the house, look at recent sales comps, find out exactly what it's going to cost to fix up a house. I think redfin.com is a great tool to use. It shows you homes in and around the area that have sold and what they've sold for, and gives you pictures, so you know what your competition is, what it'll cost to get to build it. Well, the second one, I would definitely recommend using a local realtor. A good local realtor is going to be dialed into the market. They're going to know what sells, what doesn't sell, what type of finishes work.
Do us a favor. If you want to get in touch with Justin, visit our website, realestateradioboston.com. Justin, hey, listen, I appreciate you always being available for our listeners.
My pleasure. Happy to be here.
Want to welcome back our friends, Joe Digangi and Bobby Quinn, managers of Charlesgate Realty Group. First of all, multifamily isn't just the typical 2 to 4 unit that a lot of agents try to dabble in, but you guys handle up to
55, 60. Really, there's no cap
200.
on it. Yeah.
200.
Yeah.
The nice thing about our company is that we have a pretty flexible marketing platform.
Okay.
And so we're able to provide flexibility to our clients that may not want that. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not going to get maximum value for their asset. It just means it's not going to be broadcast throughout the entire
Yeah, so
state.
people that want to be discreet and don't really want it to kind of hit the market and have everybody tromping through their properties.
Exactly.
It's truly impressive. I mean, what sets you apart is that you guys really analyze these assets soup to nuts. You really tell the truth about what the return on investment is with regards to these various assets.
We really break it down, do a full underwriting, and really give it to them true and honest, because it doesn't behoove anybody to sell the numbers.
You guys have said repeatedly this cap rate. If I'm a listener and I'm not in real estate, can you define that for us?
I mean, just the easiest way to define the cap rate, it's short for capitalization rate, and basically it's the return on the investment. So if you're looking at a bond that yields 3% versus a cap rate that's 4.5%, that's if you put $1 in, that's what you're making on it percentage-wise.
Bobby Quinn, Joe Digangi from Charlesgate Realty Group, multifamily division. Guys, thanks so much for being on the show.